How did the Pope seem in his first public appearance since that trip to Ireland?
I think the impression he gave was business as usual. Clearly, though, these accusations weigh upon him. He had a very tough time in Ireland, apologizing for the terrible crimes committed by representatives of the church there. And to have his visit completely overshadowed by this bombshell accusation that he too was part of the cover-up was obviously the worst possible end to his visit to Ireland. So he's clearly feeling the effects, but his aides say that he's serene, he doesn't intend to resign, and it's going to be business as usual. He hasn't so far responded directly to these accusations. He said he wouldn't do so immediately when he spoke to journalists on the plane returning from Dublin. And it remains to be seen when he picks his time, if he decides to respond in greater detail. But clearly a very unhappy time for him and for the Catholic Church in general.
Now, the man leveling those accusations of a cover-up, Archbishop Vigano, had crossed swords in the past with the Pope. When we talked about it in the France 24 debate, some wondering, is this part of a broader battle within the Vatican between reformers and conservatives? How much support does the Pope have?
It's a good question, and the answer to that will probably be very important and significant for the future of the Church. Clearly, there is a battle going on over church teaching, communion for remarried divorcees, for example, church teaching on homosexuality. In this scandal, many of the conservatives in the United States say that the problem has not been a problem of pedophilia, but a problem that is related to homosexuality in the church. Homosexual networks, predatory homosexuals, and homosexuals who have been abusing their power with young men in the seminaries in 80% of the cases, according to research that is cited by the conservatives. So there's a battle going on really on the teaching of the Church on the issue of homosexuality. When the Pope visited Ireland, the Prime Minister there is openly homosexual, and in Western societies now, homosexuality is very largely accepted, tolerated, recognized as a part of life. But the Catholic Catechism continues to say that homosexual acts are morally disordered. So there's a very complex battle going on over the updating of the Church's teaching and over power within the Church itself. Who should hold the top positions, who should run the show in the Vatican. And it's very unclear how all of this is going to play out.
Philip Whelan.